Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Friday. Let's jump right into the tarot and see what the day has in store for us. I'm hearing staying in your lane and doing what you have to do. That's kind of the vibe. The Eight of Cups just came out. That's been very much a message coming through in the recent readings. Walking towards your happiness, doing what you have to do, and doing what's right for you at the very end of the day. Interesting key wording. We have the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Star card, and the Magician. I really feel like it's a day where you are... Okay, now the Magician came out in reverse, but I do feel like it's more so meant to be in the upright, but this speaking very quickly upon the fact that when you're not meant to manifest something that isn't right for you, whether you're ignoring your intuition, you're not noticing or ignoring the red flags, spirit saying, or ignoring the spiritual messages maybe, or taking them in selectively, there's a feeling that you could easily manifest something that's not right for you, but spirit will prevent it. I'm hearing your system might prevent it as well, interestingly enough. But all the meanwhile, in a larger picture sense, you are manifesting quite efficiently at this time. And I feel like you do have the ability to see whatever you desire transpire in your external reality. So don't hesitate, but don't question the power that lies within, the magic that lies within. It feels like it's a day where you can do no wrong as long as you trust the messages flowing in, and that includes intuitive hits in what you're feeling. But the Four of Pentacles, you're thinking about your savings, thinking about control, lack thereof which, maybe lack thereof savings. But I feel like you are needing to take a peaceful approach on things, while I feel like somebody at a distance is lacking that inner peace, whether they realize that fully or at all or not. But I feel like you are standing your ground in what you want, right? And I feel like that's either pertaining to what you shouldn't be manifesting, but for the majority of the time to the reading, like myself, you're manifesting what's meant for you. All the meanwhile, it's as if there's more spiritual backing up and preventing and planning and action taking place behind the scenes, even at a distance, right? Around you, to add on to that. Then when you realize, right? So it feels like you need to remember, even if you're somebody who is affected negatively by your spirituality at times, there are so many different spiritual occurrences taking place for your benefit. Beautiful. And again, I want to emphasize that that is taking place at a distance, even if that's not super, super far away, it could be, but there's a sense of things just simply working out for you because of the combination of what we were just talking about, that protection, that working on your behalf, but because you're able to manifest and because your intuition is truly being strengthened moving forward. And so you need to pay attention to it, right? You may be reminded of a time when you chose to ignore your intuition selectively, partially or altogether, and how that did not work to your advantage, right? Yes, a spirit or two, your team could have stepped in and helped you with that, but an important lesson to be learned at that time, but to be reminded of currently. So you're trusting it wholeheartedly moving forward. But for whatever reason, you are embodying a bit of, if not fully, this Nine of Wands energy, feeling a bit wounded, a bit tired, maybe a bit out of it, a bit spacey, struggling a little bit here and there. But it feels like altogether you're still motivated to do what you have to do, and maybe plus some, right? But it feels like the annoyances, the slip ups, the small frustrations won't get the best of you. It feels like you're keeping a positive perspective on, like we've been talking about recently, the positives and the negatives. But it feels like all the meanwhile you do, it's like your system, your body, even spirit, maybe your intuition as well, is communicating that you still have healing to get done, right? It reminds me of me the last couple of nights. I think I slept about 10 hours each night, which is, they're saying abnormal for me. I typically will get the normal amount of sleep, and that's that. But it's clearly a sign, a message that I need to not ignore, that my system, I need to heal, right? I need that sleep. I'm tired for, I want to say, a multitude of reasons. But the Star card, I'm hearing a wish upon a star. What are you wishing for? What do you want? What is at the top of that desire list? You might need to figure that out, but for some drawn to the reading, you already know what it is for you. And it's this feeling that you are very connected to the universe, to the desires that you're giving out, and how that affects your reality moving forward due to that connection, right? So, with all of the ways of seeing things come to be and work out in your favor that we've been speaking upon, your connection to the universe is also one to be added to that list as well. It feels like there's thoughts of where you're feeling a bit, they're saying entrapped, a little bit. I'm being drawn to this kind of eerie fence in the background. And I feel like you're thinking about how to be feeling more free moving forward, how to go about preparing for that or moving towards that. But the Two of Cups, it feels like you are able to connect with people quite efficiently. And when, especially those of which who have somebody who you normally can connect with, or for the most part can connect with efficiently. But these days it feels like there's a bit of a standstill or a butting of heads, or a lack there of communication even. Maybe one if not both are ghosting to an extent. Either way, applied to your situation, it feels like you're being reminded you will connect efficiently with those who you're meant to when you're meant to, right? And I just feel like all the meanwhile, you need to remember that not everybody's meant to understand every step along your path, at least for some, not until they're meant to. I'm hearing your path is your path. It's this feeling that some people need to put themselves in your shoes as well. But you're very independent to add on to that message, and I feel like it's a day where there's no shortage of that. But is there a little bit of a shortage of hope for you? Maybe. Let's bring it on back. Let's do our best to be seeing things in an ultra positive way, because again, you're manifesting, and it feels like it's another kind of day where you need to flow, you need to breathe and allow for yourself to recognize that everything's happening in the order and at the timing that it's meant to. I know it's a lot easier to grasp, to remember, or to inform oneself in the moment, but it's imperative that you do so at this time, because I feel like you're going to see things start to happen for you very successfully in the next upcoming week or two. I don't know why I'm getting that specifically, and that may entail a leap of faith for you, all right? You're also being reminded when it comes to the recent past, when it comes to, I want to say the upcoming weeks, and maybe this day individually, you are going to be replenished for whatever has been released, given up, invested even, right? Say we're talking about energy for you, okay, resources in that sense. You will be replenished. If we need to, if your system and your intuition, your spirit guides need to push you to rest more, then so be it. Or maybe to give something up off your plate. Anyways, but I feel like for a lot it's financial. It might be other levels of resources. But I feel like you're being reminded you will be replenished. You'll have opportunities, and things will start to expand and pop off for you in the ways that they're meant to. Or one way in particular. And it just feels like you're being reminded that even if you have to take on a Page of Pentacles mindset for a time being, we can jump right back to this Ten of Pentacles way of being when the time is right. They're saying as much as you need to flow, like the last reading, allow for yourself to experience that flow, allow that flow with your money. All right, you might already be doing so, but it's a reminder either way. But the Emperor card talking about on the side, being a separate energy, that you are needing to at times be more strategic than you are, but in other ways you're being overly strategic. Does that make sense? Say you're being strategic as far as reaching for opportunities and communicating when need be and accomplishing when need be, but then you're overspending, right? And not being strategic in that sense. Or you could obviously shuffle those up or even apply it to other aspects of your life. But it feels like there's a need for, not to allow this Emperor energy to take over 1000%, but to be smart, to be realistic, and to be methodical through it all. And then to enjoy yourself through it all the meanwhile. But they're saying as well, for whatever reason, a reminder, having fun, enjoying yourself, and living your best life doesn't always need to involve spending money. It doesn't have to cost anything. I mean, I feel like it will cost something either way, but it doesn't have to be financial. Yeah, you need to be honest with yourself, all right? It feels like there's honesty coming towards you. This could be online, it could be other people in your life, it could be spirituality related, but I feel like either way, you're being pushed to express that honesty to yourself and what needs to be released, changed, and where that strategy needs to be applied more so. And what you actually want to manifest for some, all right? It's a very important day where you're being reminded once again the upcoming weeks, for some even closer than that, you're seeing things work out for you more so than ever, as I feel like you're also being reminded that you have more than enough, but you'll have even more so moving forward. All right? So I hope this is truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your day, and I'll definitely see you next time.